Hi, I'm Ashton. The day that I'm filming this is March 3rd, so exactly 1 year ago, today I started testosterone. I can't believe it's been an entire year, I can't stop smiling. So I did do an 11 months on testosterone update, but I mentioned in that video that I wanted to do a bigger 1 year video, so I'm gonna put in as many pictures as I can, talk about some changes that I haven't talked about, just go all out, full-on hormone update. You get to know everything about my body. You probably don't want to. So previously my hormone updates, I've gone to an article online and went down a list of things that HRT can change. But instead this time I'm going to go top to bottom from the top of my head to my toes and tell you everything that's changed about every different part of my body. I'm going to start with mental stuff because my head includes my brain and I guess that's the top of my head. One thing that a lot of people worry about when starting T or if they're looking to start T is the anger portion of it. Testosterone is kind of known or portrayed as the hormone of anger and masculinity and irritability. And some people do experience this. I think it is more rare than most people think. I have not necessarily been more angry since starting T. I have been more irritable at times, but that's generally just the day or two after a shot when things are absorbing. But I am also in fairly good control of my emotions. I can control my irritability fairly well, so it's not a big bother to me. Another emotional change that isn't the chemical of the hormones itself, it's just the act of being on testosterone. The fact that I am on testosterone has helped me. Look, I'm a year in and I still don't pass as a guy 90% of the time. But still, the emotional aspect of knowing that my voice is deeper and other things have changed about me that are significant changes makes me really happy. It makes me feel more confident and more secure in my gender. Being on testosterone has helped me feel more okay with presenting my femininity. I've talked about this a lot before too. You can go watch videos on that. I'm not going to talk about it much right now, but having the more masculine aspects that testosterone has given me has made me more comfortable with expressing other parts of my gender expression. It's far easier to explain the physical aspects than the mental and emotional ones, so I really don't know how to go more in depth into it, but starting testosterone and being on testosterone has just made me feel far more like myself and far more comfortable in myself. And honestly, as much as physical things have changed, that's the most significant thing for me. Alright, from the top of my head, since that's the top of my head, I guess. Going down to my hair. Another worry that a lot of people have about testosterone is hair loss and hairline recession. My dad's nearly 60 and he's just starting to his hair's just starting to thin. My family on my mom's side has pretty good genes for hair loss. My grandpa's 80, I think, at this point, and he still has a full head of hair after having cancer 3 times. I don't even... So a lot of that loss of hair actually has to do with genes. And since I have fairly good genes for it, I haven't noticed anything. My hair is still very thick and very messy, and my hairline hasn't changed at all. Hi, honey. Hi. What you doing? Continuing down my face is my eyebrows. This is something that I really didn't even notice, but I think my eyebrows are thicker than they were. So I'm gonna put a picture of me before T right here or whatever, and then these are my eyebrows now. I don't wax them or shape them or anything. These are just my eyebrows. So compared to that, do they look thicker? I don't know. I think so. And on my face, of course, the acne. You can tell, it is everywhere. I hate it. It's especially bad on my forehead and my chin. And my chin, I don't mind because as much as it sucks, that's the area of your face that hormones put acne on, which means that the hormones are working. So, I think most of you also know that I have dermatillomania, which means I pick at my skin compulsively and always. So that also doesn't help with the acne. But I do my best to take care of it, even though I am not the best at doing so. Also on my face would be facial hair, and that's something that has also changed quite a bit. I can't really show you anything right now because I shaved the other day. My facial hair on my top lip was getting darker, and on my face it was still peach fuzzish, but I was like, I'm gonna shave anyway. So I've shaved twice now, and the top lip grows back pretty fast and like darker, which makes me really happy. I don't have a picture, but I have some darker hairs on my chin, but up along like here and sideburn wise, there's like really nothing that's changing. Of course there's peach fuzz, but other than that, But, you know, some trans guys have been on T for like 3 years and are just starting to get their beards and stuff. And I don't even want a beard or facial hair in general. I'm just gonna keep it slightly scruffy, and that's what I'm happy with. Continuing down, the next is my throat, so my voice. I'm going to play a clip from an old video. I feel like the tone of my voice has changed more than the actual pitch, but the pitch has changed as well, so.
Hi, I'm Ashton. I just kind of want to talk about my depression and how I deal with not having the motivation to do everyday life tasks. I was diagnosed.
So yeah, that was my voice approximately a year ago, and this is my voice now. I still think my voice is in a vaguely androgynous range, probably more on the masculine side, but it's also pretty difficult to hear my own voice in the way that others would. Next, down to my chest. I haven't developed any chest hair, which I'm not surprised about. I got top surgery almost 3 months ago now, so I can't really say if my chest shrunk at all on T, although I don't think it did from what I noticed while I still had a larger chest. Next would be my stomach. So I feel like this is the point where I should talk about weight gain. Testosterone has made it easier for me to gain weight because it's upped my appetite a ridiculous amount, and I hate that, but that's how it is. So I do have more of a tummy than I did when I started T, but I've also started exercising maybe like a week ago. I'm doing a plank challenge-y thing, and I'm back at marching band, not for long, but for some time, and hopefully after that I'll swim once it gets warmer. I hate running. Please don't tell me to run for exercise. I despise running. Also on my tummy, I have tummy hair, and it makes me so happy. It's a change that, although I wasn't particularly excited about when I started T, I'm really glad has happened. Before testosterone, I did not have any hair on my tummy, and now I have a little happy trail type thing, and it's so cute. Happy trails are always something that I've thought are just adorable on guys and girls alike, but I never had one, and testosterone gave me one. It hasn't given me a lot of hair on my stomach by any means. I'm not sure that I have a picture of my stomach before testosterone, just because I didn't know why I would, but I'll put in a picture here of what my stomach looks like now. I've shown you before in videos as well, so you can go look at those if you do want to see like a comparison. I guess moving on, now we gotta talk about my genitals, don't we? Let's start with the easier one, periods. So, I feel like a lot of you know that I had so much trouble with my menstruation. It's the thing that makes me the most dysphoric out of anything, especially now that I've had top surgery. So before I started T, I was on a low estrogen birth control pill that was supposed to at least lighten my period. However, it gave me a period for 5 months. I was bleeding for 5 months. I've talked about this before. I don't want to talk about it, but that's what happened. And now I still get a period, but when I do, it lasts for like 1 day, and I never know when it's gonna happen, so I'm never prepared. It just shows up occasionally for a day, and then it's over. So hopefully testosterone will like completely eliminate that at some point. It's just there awkwardly sometimes. However, I'm also on the Depo-Provera birth control shot now, which I also tried to stop my period with. So I'm not sure if the fact that I have such a light and short period now is because of Depo or testosterone or a combination of the two. However, my doctor is recommending that I do stop Depo soon, as I don't need it for birth control purposes, and hopefully it's my T that's stopping my period. So if I do stop that, my period might come back. I don't know. I'll probably keep you updated. Also in that area, my hips. Weight redistribution, I don't think has happened to me that much yet. I really hope it does, as it's something that I was looking forward to a lot. I have a very hourglassy shape. I have a small waist and larger hips. It's very difficult to find jeans that fit me. And a lot of the times I feel like my hips are the reason that I don't pass, because other than my hips and my piercings, I can't think of anything that isn't at least vaguely masculine about me. I don't know how to describe that. Weight redistribution wise, I think my shoulders may have gotten a bit broader, but also after top surgery, I lost so much upper body muscle that I don't think they are anymore. Regardless, I have a picture of what my hips looked like before T that I will put right here. Look, I had boobs. And then I also have a picture of what my hips look like now that I will put right here. Look, I don't have boobs anymore. Isn't this great? Anyways, those are my hips. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think my hips have gone down at all, but I also know that that does have a lot to do with bone structure as opposed to fat redistribution, so I kind of get that. Also related to that area is bottom growth. I haven't talked about bottom growth a lot. I have experienced it. I said before, probably Mike and Ike size. Sticking with that, probably Mike and Ike size. It is different, but again, it's not something I'm that comfortable talking about. If you're on T or looking to start T and do want to talk to me about it, you can ask me about it like privately through DM or whatever, but it's not something that I really want to publicize because it is my genitals. The same with sex drive. It is different, but it's not something that I want to talk about. Maybe in the future I'll be more comfortable talking about stuff like that, but as for now, it's something that I just kind of want to keep private. Now on to my legs. This is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about because it's the last thing that's changed. You know, my feet haven't gone up a size or anything. So I had next to no hair on my legs when I started testosterone. I guess I had like one or two that were just transparent. I never shaved. I've still never shaved my legs. And testosterone has given me leg hair. It's not a lot. It's not like a super manly, very hairy thing. I'm just not a hairy person, but I do have leg hair now, and that is something that I appreciate because it's something that I never had and seems like every guy has, even though I know there is so much variation with cis guys even. I'm glad to have it now. I'll put in pictures of that here. I'm not going to put in before pictures because it's just a leg without hair, like I didn't have hair on my legs. So those are all the changes that testosterone has given me in a year from top to bottom. I hope that you learned something about testosterone or about me. I don't know. I'm really, really incredibly happy with everything, and I can't wait for another year. Maybe fat redistribution will come soon. Maybe my voice will drop more. That would be nice. Maybe my hormones will be more balanced and I'll stop getting so much acne. That'd be great. But yeah, I can't believe it has been an entire year. I am extremely lucky and very thankful, and I just, it's been a year. I can't believe that. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the journey. Or if you're new, hi. Hey. Anyways, I hope that your hormones are doing good right now, and I will talk to you later, maybe.